Hello.
Your favorite twin flames, and they not like us. They not like us. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
With that Super Bowl performance.
Bruh.
A lot of controversy over it, but hey,
Man,
he did his job.
He did his thing.
I like how he had Samuel Jackson out there. That was hot.
That was dope. That was really,
very
really
clever.
Do you think from a spiritual standpoint,
yes,
do you think that Kendrick Lamar and Drake signed up for their beef to come back in his lifetime and have a beef?
They might have. I never thought about it like that, but they probably did. Because I've never seen a beef in the history of rap go to this extent. Thank God nobody got killed.
But that part.
But millions of dollars were made.
But see, that's what I'm saying though.
But on Kendrick Lamar's behalf, he made millions. He been everywhere with this one song.
I know.
I'm like, awesome. I give him kudos.
Kendrick Lamar right now is living in his purpose. Because he is manifesting all kinds of coins.
Jesus. And wherever he go, he's singing that song, They Not Like Us.
Everybody's singing They Not Like Us.
Even Drake, I know it's haunting Drake, though.
Drake up there singing They Not Like Us.
You know what probably happened? So you know what? There probably was a little karma that had to be served.
Look at that.
That's how, okay, so adding on to what you're saying, maybe in another lifetime, Drake has sunned Kendrick. And they got to balance it out. And now Kendrick sunned Drake.
But you know what? Because they balanced it out, money was still made.
Yes.
Now it's been balanced.
Now it's been balanced.
Yeah, come on, man. It doesn't matter if you're a starver or not.
No.
Nobody cares if you're a starver.
Nope.
You're still a spiritual being.
Exactly. That's why I got the shirt Love. I was like, can y'all see this? Love.
Ooh, love.
Ooh, love.
We love the love titties.
I love titties.
But listen, though, we came here to do a quick little segment.
We sure did.
Called Make It Make Sense.
Tell
Let
them.
me tell you, this Make It Make Sense segment is all about bringing real life situations to the table.
Yes.
And we talk about how we can incorporate spirituality and help everybody get through some of those real life situations.
Definitely.
So we got a letter from a guest. Come on with it.
Yes. Okay, so she says, Dear Twin Flames, I'm a 42-year-old female who has been married for 10 years to my husband. My husband and I are both school teachers. We have 2 small children, ages 4 and 6. Both are boys. I tend to tell people I live a simple life. Growing up, I lived on the path my parents instilled in me. I received good grades in high school, graduated from college, met my husband at the age of 28, dated him for 3 to 4 years. From there, we were engaged, then married and bought a beautiful home with a white picket fence, literally. It seems everything was perfect until we started having children. I feel like someone or something stepped into my life and turned a switch off, and now my life has been chaotic for the last 6 years.
Oh, boy.
I wish I could talk to you in person and tell you all the incidences that have occurred, but there's not enough ink or paper to reveal my tragedies. I can give you a few examples. First, we have not been having any luck with pets. We've had buried 3 dogs in the past 6 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, all 3 dogs had separate illnesses, but having small children and enduring this pain with them has been heartbreaking.
Aww.
My husband and I used to have a lot of fun, but things have become very stale and boring. The kids are consuming most of our time, mostly mine. At times, I feel like a single parent. He has hobbies. One of them is golfing. I believe every married man should have something to occupy their time. But his hobbies take away from my household many times, Being an elementary school teacher has its ups and downs. I appreciate my job, but I feel like I'm drowning. I do not have any hobbies per se. The kids take up too much time for me to have anything. I lost my father a couple years ago. I'm still grieving, but in silence. I feel like I should have more time for my mother through her loss, but I can't. I am grateful I have siblings that can make up for my absence. Finances have been stressful between a car always being in a shop, an appliance or something breaking down in my home, the price of food being elevated. It has taken a toll on us financially. We have been surviving, but at times it is barely. My relationship with God is mediocre, I must admit, Both my husband and I are Protestants. The only time we step foot into a church is at weddings and funerals. Both of our parents taught us about God, but they themselves didn't go to church. In turn, I do not have any burning desires to attend church. I do have faith in God and Jesus. I pray briefly on an average of 1 to 2 times a week, not for long periods, just thanking God for his grace. At times, a week or 2 may pass and I do not talk to him at all. I do ask for help when I am in a bind. It seems I have been coming to him more often than usual due to my recurrent problems. Often I feel embarrassed because I know I should talk or pray to him more often, so I feel like I'm a hypocrite when I really need his help. I only gave you a snippet of who I am and the problems I'm going through. My major question is, are these constant events happening to me because I do not have a real strong relationship with God? Do you think things will ever get better? I am trying not to lose my mind because I know there are millions of people in this country going through the same obstacles I am, or even worse. But I just need some light and hope.
Wow.
Yep. And she says, sincerely, I need a change.
Well, Miss,
yeah, so that was very detailed. I appreciate that from you.
Yeah.
And
listen. I'm going to say this. I picked up on a lot of different layers in her story. And unfortunately for her, you can obviously tell that she is suffering from a little bout of depression.
Definitely.
And probably even her husband is suffering from some depression.
Seems like he's running from them.
Yeah, but they could be running from each other. And I think that there's some lack of communication going on between them.
Yes.
And then also, this is the biggest thing that stood out to me in this letter, is that she kept referencing God and a relationship with God. And but then you could feel that there was a little bit of guilt by not having a connection there.
Definitely.
So me as an intuitive and as an empath, because I don't know this woman, because one thing for us, especially me, when I do a lot of my readings, I have to hear a person's voice, and that helps me pick up on people's energy. But one thing that I can say is that I feel that her guides are trying to tap into her.
That's the same thing I was thinking.
Yep.
Because when you have many obstacles just coming at you at once, they're like, wake up.
Yep.
Wake up.
They want to get her attention.
Definitely.
And I think that, and it's interesting, a lot of times, you know, when we move through life, we may have people that may wake us up, experiences that may wake us up. And for her, especially because her vibration is so low,
yes,
that her spiritual team is trying to wake her up.
They are. And what I like about her story, it's kind of like the average American.
Yeah.
So she said, she had the white picket fence. Yep. We all have obstacles. She even grazed over the fact that they're having financial issues like most of us in this country right now.
Yeah.
And so that can also add on to the top, onto the personal things that she has, like her father being deceased and not being able to be there for her mother.
Yeah.
Because of timing, because she's what do they call that? She's wearing many roles, many hats. Yeah. She's a mother, a school teacher. And I can only imagine grading papers at night and then cooking and cleaning, and only God knows what the husband is doing. She never really shed light on exactly what he does do for them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he does something at least, but when she really needs him, it seems like he's out doing his hobbies.
Yeah.
And she's kind of crying out for help.
Yeah.
And what I felt from this letter is that the speaking up, like you mentioned, and speaking up is a major factor we find with most of our clients.
Exactly.
Because how would your husband know you're suffering if you don't speak up?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
so I just think that her story, also too, what I kind of feel from her is that she is not taking enough time for herself. She needs to step back a little bit, and we all do it. We're all guilty of it.
Yes.
Where we're just moving and, you know, going through the motions of life, and everything becomes a cycle, and it almost becomes natural, where we just keep moving.
Yes.
But you move so much, and when you forget to take care of yourself, then, man, how can you ever take care of anybody else?
And we talked about that, how when your cup is not being full, then you start having resentment.
You
so
do.
you start having resentment to your husband, your children, and
Yeah.
you're losing yourself.
You lose yourself.
And one thing we don't want Miss I Need a Change is that we don't want her to lose herself and end up being depressed.
Yeah.
And having, some sort of mental illness, because that could lead to depression.
Not to mention she just lost her dad.
Yeah.
And now she has to step up and take care of her mom. So unfortunately, a lot of women experience that. I don't want to just say it's just women.
Yeah.
But in this instance, she's a woman. So a lot of women, unfortunately, we experience this where you have to be the caregiver for so many people.
Yes.
You don't even know how to step outside of your situation to make me time.
Yeah.
And I know you being a mother of 3
Yes.
or 4. And because you have a bonus son, and you're also a wife, like, what do you do sometimes to have a moment for Keisha?
I take naps.
You know what?
I'm being honest. I'm being transparent. I love me a nap.
A good old nap.
I often say, if I could put my bed in my will and leave something to my bed.
You know what?
I can see them sitting in a lawyer office. How the bed got money? To the good times that you done gave to me, I'll leave you $1,000. Maybe they hook you up. Anywho, but I also too, I like to be on social media for a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, because too much of it can cause problems.
Yeah, it does.
But I just need to escape for a little while or listen to music, something.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and so anything else you do to
working out.
Oh, that's good.
Don't judge me, but I do go. I swear. I
know
go.
you do. I'm swearing she does go. Okay.
No, seriously,
Yeah, you
working
do.
out is a good way to decompress, man. And as somebody that's always moving and in the motions, when you designate those times for yourself, then that also becomes a part of the routine, right?
Yes.
Like I get my nails done, or getting your hair done, or something like that. That's mommy time.
Yes.
And you start incorporating that into your schedule. Like I said, it's just a routine. It becomes more natural. So you look forward to that mommy time.
Yes.
And then what it also does, it allows you the opportunity to be grateful.
It does. It does. Because you're like, okay, I got my little me time.
Yes.
And then you can start, because your cup is getting filled, then you can start shedding joy.
I look forward to
love.
next Thursday. Because
Yeah,
next
exactly.
Thursday is my me day.
Definitely. So for I Need a Change, let's go back to the beginning. Start speaking up.
Speak up.
And figure out what is it that you would like to do. Start small. Don't have a laundry list, because then you're going to get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
What would you like to do where it's like once a week, this is my me time?
Yeah.
And then you can start building on it, because now your husband has to get involved and incorporated in this new schedule that you want to implement.
Yeah.
And then also, too, I think for her, she needs to find some time for her mother because that's haunting her.
Yes.
So incorporate your husband. Say, hey, or talk to your siblings. Say, if you have a sister, hey, can you watch my kids while I spend a couple hours with mom, even if it's just helping mom eat her meal? I don't know what capacity mom is at.
Yeah.
But she definitely needs to incorporate her mom, because she has this form of guilt in regards to that.
Right.
And the part about the dogs, we didn't talk about that.
Oh.
She don't know us 3 dogs in 6 years. I mean,
because pets are a comfort tool.
They are. So I mean,
maybe she needs to go get a
reason.
cat.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Or a bird or something. You know what? Get some fish.
I like fish. Little tink
And financially, they're affordable, because you can feed them with a bottle. I got some fish at home. They are very inexpensive.
Hey, see, we got solutions for everything.
See? Come to us.
I love it, man.
But
But also, we also talked about her communicating. That's number 2 was communicating.
Yes.
So in her instance, she needed to communicate better with her husband, because also that gives you the opportunity to start releasing something.
Definitely.
Letting go is imperative when it comes to especially people that are dealing with mental illness.
Yes.
Letting go is a healing tool.
Because I find that often when a person ends up hitting rock bottom, the spouse is like, but I didn't know that he or she was going through that.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no one ever communicated about that. So it's important that Miss I Need a Change besides saying I need time for me, let him know how she's been feeling. Because at least he can empathize with her. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, so.
If your husband is good like that. Because we're not even going to start with these damn bastard ass husbands.
We're not going to bash men. No, we're not bashing the men.
But then number 3, man, which we brought up in the beginning, is that she has to connect with God.
She does. Oh, yes.
Come on, she got to find her spirituality. They're obviously calling for her. They're calling for her. And then once you start utilizing spiritual tools like prayer and meditation, then you can find time, especially meditation, baby. Because meditation is that moment of silence.
Yes.
Where you can definitely just sit there and connect. And then you can get answers from the other side, right?
Oh, yeah.
To find out, how can I? What did I do wrong? Or, what do you need me to do, God?
Yeah. So developing a relationship.
Develop your relationship.
And you don't have to go crazy with it. You can do baby steps. You know, we're not telling you to get a carpet and lay, and kneel on the carpet. Just take your time and gradually you can develop a great relationship with God. Yeah. And he's waiting for you.
Exactly.
Your spiritual team wants to help you.
Yeah.
And there's so many doors that will open for you if you allow them to.
Like, listen, when I meditate, it was hard for me at first, right? Because you have to make the time. And now I have a routine every night. I come home, I take my shower, and then I sit in my space and I literally do my meditation.
I'm glad you mentioned that, and that's cool, Janine. Because sometimes people are like, well, how do I do that? Like me, I at one point I was doing meditation while I was driving.
Yeah.
Of course, I wouldn't close my eyes because I would not be here.
You know what?
I'm like, Jesus, is that you? Nobody told you to close your eyes while you were driving.
Bitch, I didn't say like that. Oh my God, you guys, I didn't say that.
See? Oh my God, you guys, I never said that. I ain't tell you to close your eyes while you were driving. So yes, when you meditate, make sure it's safely.
Exactly.
But definitely, find what makes you comfortable.
Indeed.
And I also tell people when you pray and meditate, like I said a few minutes ago, start small so you don't have to do a big. Some people meditate for like an hour.
Yeah.
When you're a newbie, that is too long for you.
Yeah.
Start small. You can do 5, then increase
10
to
minutes.
10, increase to 15.
Yep.
And you're going to find that you're going to enjoy it and you're going to want to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I find I can't wait.
And that's why I do it before bedtime because it also helps me unwind.
That's smart.
And then release some of the things that I've been dealing with during the course of the day so then I could go right to sleep, baby.
Oh, and that's a good, and so you end the night with positivity.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you get up in the morning and you sit on the toilet and have positive thoughts.
Vibrant. While I'm taking
that's
my
how
dump.
you raise your frequency.
Exactly.
So she definitely needs to raise her frequency and she needs to, it's not going to happen overnight, but she has these tools that we just gave her.
Indeed.
And that will definitely help her. And I love her story because like I said, it's like the average American today.
It is.
We have these obstacles that are regular life stories and, and we just got to learn how to deal with it.
Indeed.
On a lighter note.
Indeed. But I thank her for that letter.
Yes.
If you have a question for the Twin Flames, you need to drop us a question immediately and hit us up, especially on Instagram or TikTok. DM us or you can send us an email. Check the description box below. We will have our email available to you. And if you haven't subscribed, come on, what are you waiting for though?
Exactly. Like, I tell you, if you got eyes, nose, ears, and throat, listen, this show's for you.
Exactly. Y'all up here wanting Twin Flames with it, guess what? They're right here.
Yep.
Your Twin Flames, your favorite Twin Flames are right here. So come on by, man. Make sure you like, share, you subscribe to our channel for more amazing content and these letters and bring your letters to us because we want to give you the real deal.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So listen, everybody, remember, God is love. Love. LOVE.
Woo-hoo!
Is the highest frequency.
It sure is.
And go and find the God within.
God bless.